fights with you for a little bit. When the camera app is open though, and the top is fully extended, the whole contraption has a little bit more play than I expected, jiggling back and forth, front and back, just kinda moving all over. Not near as solid as the VIVO NEX. Wiggle room is a bad thing. Wiggle room means there is space for stuff to get caught down inside the moving parts. Pocket lint is called test survive. Even the previous motorized VIVO NEX. Commencing the bend on the OPPO Find X, I instantly knew something was wrong with this phone. It bent way too far, and never locked out or stopped bending like most phones do. Some parts of the phone can handle the flex, like the metal frame, but one thing that can't handle the flexing is the rigid and brittle AMOLED display panel. That display underneath the glass cracks, rendering the screen pretty useless since the colors now have a mind of their own. The back panel starts lifting off and both the front and rear glass shatter into oblivion. You might be thinking, yeah, of course it broke, you just bent it in half. But keep in mind that over 90% of the phones I get my hands on are strong enough to withstand this exact same abuse, and go on to live long, happy lives, until I harvest their organs for parts. You know how it is. This OPPO Find X is dead. It's important to never sit on a phone like this, or accidentally step on it after a drop, or even drop it at all. Cell phones are probably the most abused pieces of technology on the planet, and the Find X cannot handle abuse as well as other smartphones. It's going on the shelf of shame. I love the innovation and direction that OPPO is taking. This phone is a winner on so many levels, just not with durability. Let's take a closer look at the inside of that camera mechanism. It looks like the glass layer has laminate backing, so it'll all come off in one piece. A clear edition would have been awesome. Bending back the fractured glass, we get our first look inside of the phone. One singular stepper motor with the same lead screw technology we saw in the Find X, except for this lead screw is pushing up way more weight and is not as stable, and also has a much more valuable payload since literally every sensor in the phone depends on that little motor lasting for years. I have my doubts. It's putting a lot of trust in something that's wiggly and jiggly. My intention here is to not crush OPPO into oblivion. Innovation like this is pretty much the coolest thing ever, and OPPO's doing a fantastic job of leading the market in the direction it should be headed. The phone looks awesome, but hopefully their next phone is just a bit more durable. I'll be pulling glass out of my fingers for the next week. Pulling off the rest of the back glass reveals our weak point in the frame. There's not a whole lot of metal in here keeping things together, and